In this video, I will share with you what is the one thing that stops you from achieving your success. And you will learn 2 things to overcome that obstacle. Are you ready? Let's go. Have the courage, step up, be unstoppable. You know you got it. You just got to believe. The reason why I make this video, because I realized that years ago, I cannot achieve the goal that I want. I keep facing roadblock, I keep facing obstacles, I keep facing huge problems and challenges. It's not about the money. It's not about the resources. It's not about who is in the team or who is in the environment. It's about who? Me. So what is stopping me from achieving what I want? And I realized there's this number one thing that keep popping up in my head. And that word is fear. Fear. Fear of success. Fear of failure. Fear of being judged. Fear of too young. Fear of too old. Fear that I cannot achieve the results that I want. Fear that people will laugh at me. Fear, fear, fear. Let me ask you, what does the acronym FEAR stands for? False evidence appearing real, or false expectation appearing real. Now, there was once I asked a participant, what does FEAR stands for? He says, forget everything and run. Makes sense. Isn't it true? That sometimes when we meet certain fear, we meet certain obstacle, we choose to run away than facing it. But you know what? It will come back to you. It will circle back to you, back to square one, and you still have to face your fear. The number one thing that stops me from achieving what I want is fear. And when a person faces fear, do they take more action or do they take less action? You're right, less action. When you take less action, do you have more experience or do you have less experience? You have less experience. So when you have less experience, do you have more ability or do you have less ability? Less ability. So when you have fear, you take less action, you have less experience, and you have less ability. And when you have these 3 that comes together, what do you produce? More fear. You produce more fear. And this is what I call the fear cycle. When you hit fear, you take less action, you have less experience, you have less ability, you have more fear. Less action, less experience, less ability, more fear. And this fear cycle keeps going round and round and round and round. And you know what's the scary part? We become comfortable in the fear cycle. Why? Because we are familiar. We tend to stuck in the fear cycle because it gives us familiarity. It's called the law of familiarity. We know how to overcome these temporary obstacles that keep us in the circle so that we feel safe. And it becomes a norm. When it becomes a norm, it's very scary because it will become your belief. And then if the environment is surrounded with people who are also in the fear cycle, refuse to step up and take massive action to achieve the results they want, it becomes a community where everybody remains the same. So are you in that fear cycle? Are you in the environment that is not empowering you to step up and do something that you wanted? Think about it. So I realized that in order to overcome my fear, in order to break my fear, I must take massive action. The moment I take action, I will have more experience. When I have more experience, I have more ability. When I have more ability, I can overcome fear. Many years ago, when I was in New Zealand, I did this bungee jump. If you have done bungee jump before, you will know what is the experience like. So, I was traveling up in New Zealand. I went to this place where they do bungee jump. It was about 143 meters. So, a very, very high mountain. Yeah. So I remember that, just before I wanted to jump, I was facing fear. I was facing a lot of anxiety. You know, I was standing at the cliff, standing at the edge, looking down. You know, looking down to my fear, looking down to the sea, looking at the mountains. And as I was looking down, I started to have little voices coming through my head. You know, what if when I jump, the rope will snap? What if my intestine turned upside down? What if I die? What if, what if, what if? All these what if are anticipated things that has not happened yet. So it got me frozen, standing at the edge of the mountain before I leap off and jump. So it creates a lot of stop. It create a point where it frees me until suddenly somebody at the back, which is an instructor, told me to just jump. And when I was about to leap off, I got frozen and I just stayed there. So you know what he did? He just kicked me, or he pushed me at the back, and I just leaped off with the faith and went all the way down. Sometimes we will just need somebody to kick us and take action. Keep taking the action. Keep taking it. Keep doing it. Because the more action I take, the more experience I gather, the more ability I am able to overcome the fear. So this is one way to overcome fear. Take more action. Then again, how do you know the action that you take is the correct action? How do you know? If you keep taking the same action but it's not giving you the results that you want, then what must you do? Change your action. Take a different step. Change a different approach. And how do you know you take the right action? You learn from the teachers or masters that has the results that you wanted. So you model after their action. You model after their steps. And this is the fastest way to achieve what you want. Modeling. So this is how you know that you are taking the right action. So when you overcome fear, you take massive action, you have more experience, you have more ability. What do you develop? When you cast out fear, what do you develop? Start with the letter C. The word is courage. Do you agree that if each and every day we have more courage, we could have achieved the things that we always wanted to achieve before? Absolutely. So develop courage, take massive action, overcome your fear, and go for what you want. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please encourage me by giving me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and leave your comments below. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you in the next video.